As we continue our conversation on our seminar club modules, communication rich is a important module for us as supervisors, as managers, and even as team leaders and persons who are dealing with our customers and our suppliers. So communication is such an important part. It has such an important part to play in every activity that we need to do. Now, communication is such an important part in a business, especially for business owners. Now, you may find yourselves in a place of where you are communicating and your communication is coming across as being direct or it being so assertive. And sometimes it rubs persons the wrong way. And eventually you may get stuff done, but eventually it destroys the relationship. So that's a predicament some of us as business owners find ourselves in. And it's so important to be able to understand how persons communicate. Because here is the thing. I would treat others how I would like to be treated. But there is a platinum rule. The platinum rule really tells us about treating others how they would like to be treated. Now, in communication, it's so important to be able to understand how we can be able to communicate effectively. And when we're able to communicate effectively, we're able to get the results. So in communication, we talk about training. We want to be able to train the persons on our team. So we want to be able to connect with these persons, whether it be they are visual learners or auditory learners, or they'd like to be communicated in a certain way, being direct or being making it fun. So training has a certain element to it that we need to take into consideration when we are communicating with our team. When we're communicating as well, we need to have some kind of structure as we communicate. Most times you'll find, or sometimes you'll find persons, their thoughts are all over. So they have the information within, but how it comes out in a way that may be kind of confusing. So that is so important when it comes to communication that we are organized. Additionally, to be able to communicate effectively, we must understand that it's a process. And they are information that we can be able to plan out in our communication. Right? We don't want to be able to give information in advance, especially when it comes to our customers. We want to be able to give it bit at a time so that it doesn't frustrate the customer or it's too much for that particular customer or team member. When it comes to controlling a particular situation, communication has a part to play as well. To be able to take control of a situation, there are certain elements that we need to take into consideration to be able to manage and to be able to supervise or direct connections, our team. Then there's also that method of directing and how we can be able to give direction and delegate to our team. So communication has so many parts to play. In our communication seminar, you're going to be able to learn about the DISC communication style. It is what we call the DISC. The DISC is the dominant, influential, stable, and conscientious. And that is how you can be able to spot the patterns of how we communicate as individuals. Our training, this communication style training will give you the clarity and give you an understanding of how you can better communicate, whether it be with your customers, whether it be with your suppliers, whether it be with your team members. You're able to communicate much more effectively and clearly so that you can be able to get to the results. Now, our training dates are January the 13th and the 20th. What you do is you can give us a call at 223-5583 to get registered. So get registered now, and I'll see you in